Inside this garage sits the key to the most heartwarming reaction we've ever gotten. We found a Camaro RS sitting for over a decade. After the original owner passed away, this car was left abandoned until we pulled it out, got it running again, fully detailed it inside and out, and then surprised the family with their late father's car.
I can't believe you got it started.
I can't believe I'm driving this right now.
But make sure you watch until the end because this is one you do not want to miss a second of.
Whoa. There's two of them.
Dang.
Holy smokes. This one's a Z28. What kind is that?
I don't know. I like the livery on it, though. It's like a two-tone car.
I think I like this one better. I gotta find out what kind it is. It's not a Z28, obviously.
It's got the big wing I like on it.
I do like the big wing. Oh, it's a rally sport. What makes someone buy two of the same cars?
That's what I always wonder. Whenever I see a house that has like two of the same cars, especially if it's the same color, then I'm like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah, or like those Corvettes where the farmer bought three of the same generation Corvettes and then left them in a barn for 45 years, Brent's telling me.
Let's get out there and learn more about this thing.
And as we were about to start talking to the owner's son about the car, we had a little surprise interruption.
Hello, doggy. Uh-oh. Are you not happy, doggy? It came out of absolutely nowhere, and it does not like us. Or are you just saying hello? Careful.
Come on. It's okay. Good boy. Yeah, it's okay. Like, huh?
It's a brave guy.
What do you smell like, huh? All right, guys, so we're here with Shane, who is the owner of the Camaros. They were originally your father's, your late father's.
Yeah,
who was no
Dave.
longer with us.
Yep. He died in 2016.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry to hear. He's clearly a Camaro fan.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with these cars. He got this one in '96 or '94 when I was young. This one they bought, I think maybe the year I was born.
Oh, cool. Were you driving him to high school? Were you the cool kid in school?
No, actually I had a 1973 Oldsmobile Omega for high school because these were my dad's cars.
Oh, okay. Was he always a Chevy guy?
He actually used to be a Pontiac guy.
Okay.
He originally had a 68 Firebird 400 and then he got a 67 Camaro, so he had the two pony cars. And then he had to get rid of those to have his family and have a nice house and everything. And then he got these when we were young.
How long have they been sitting in this garage?
At least 2013.
Okay, so about 10, 15 years ago, roughly, somewhere in that range.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say, having a Z28 and the Rally Sport is quite a collection. Which one do you prefer? Which is your favorite?
I like the 77. That's my disco car, you know? I like it.
I know this is very heartfelt for your mother, who, you know, obviously has a lot of emotions tied to these cars, being that they were your father's.
Yeah.
Is there any way that she would come out for the reveal, that she would check it out?
It's bittersweet for her, for sure.
Yeah.
Bittersweet, because obviously you see the condition they're in, and you want to make my father proud, make her smile.
Yes, sir.
That's all it takes.
That's what it's all about. I thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
All right, now it's time to get out the Rally Sport, and we have to somehow get the trailer back here. So wish us luck.
All right, guys, I had to pause the video because this is it. These are the last 72 hours of the 1960 C10 Apache truck giveaway, and we have the absolute best offer. We've had the entire giveaway going on right now, which is 30 times entries on all of the bundles. That means any of the bundles that you buy, when normally you would get $1 per entry, you get 30 entries for every single dollar that you spend on the website right now, which means if you spend $100 on our bundles, you get 3,000 entries. Everything else is on a 20 times multiplier. So with the last 72 hours of this giveaway, we have the absolute best chance for any of you at home that want to drive this summer. We got the engine running again, and we had our buddy Brad powder coat this valve cover in this beautiful blue. I think it looks so cool. Threw some brand new tires on it with these awesome period correct white walls. Reupholstered the seat, put in a brand new carpet, and Mike even installed a radio that has Bluetooth. And everyone who's seen this truck's favorite part, the truck bed that we had redone with real walnut. It was fractal wood burnt. It has all new slats and hardware. This is a one-of-a-kind truck bed. Nobody else will have anything like it. And guys, if you want to take advantage of the last 72 hours of this giveaway and get the best multipliers we've offered the entire time, go to our website in the description or go to wdautosupply.com. You could literally buy one thing or the entire line and have a chance to take this truck home and drive it this summer. All of our bundles are at 30x, so if you buy our entire intermediate package, which is these 4 items, you get 30 times the multiplier. If you spend $1, you get 30 entries. If you spend $100, you get 3,000 entries. We're so proud of this product line. It's seriously one of the best on the market, and we put so much time and effort into making this, and to see you guys loving it, supporting us, backing us in what we're doing, it's the best feeling in the world. We're able to employ people. We were able to give Mike a percentage of this. So again, if you guys want a chance to win this truck, you want some awesome products to use on your own cars at home, go get yourself something, get some entries into this truck. Anyways, let's get back to the Camaro. Now while we get this Camaro out, I want to ask the question of the video, so leave your answers in the comments below. Out of these 2 Camaros in the garage right here, we have the RS on the left that we're pulling out and the Z28 on the right. Which one is your favorite? Obviously you can't see the whole thing, but if you have any prior knowledge of them, or just by looking at the fronts of each, which one do you like more? Leave a comment below. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, we're almost at 1.3 million subscribers. We're right there. Make sure you take a second and hit that subscribe button so we can finally cross that line.
All right, so as you can see, this garage is full of stuff, but I couldn't help myself.
Actually, wait, let me...
What? What?
Your head.
What's on my head, dude? I don't know what's going on here. There's a bunch of stuff on there. There's a bunch of stuff in this garage, but what really excites me are actually these Hot Wheels. There's a bunch of Hot Wheels over here.
There's a ton.
Yeah, Rescue Squad, yeah. I want to see if I find anything cool. No!
The Camaro.
The Camaro pack. There it is. That car that we just picked up is right here.
So that's all the different generations of Camaro.
I think this top one is like a race car or a concept. Yeah, and then this, they have, what is this? Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4th gen. Okay, so I was a huge Hot Wheels fan. I never ever, my mommy never bought me anything this sweet. But I wish. Ooh, the Porsche pack.
Actually, that's RJ.
That's a 959. It's a 911. It's a 928.
All right, guys, so we are here with Adam from Power and Performance, and I actually contacted Adam early about this Camaro because I really want to get it running so that we can go back and show Shane his father's car running and driving. I wanted to give Adam as much time as possible, so usually we detail the whole entire car first, and then we focus on getting it running. But in this case, fingers crossed, it's not too much work for you, man, but the engine bay actually looks pretty clean, so I have high hopes.
Yeah, I love this car. So far, it's a Camaro, right? It looks pretty clean. Let's see what we can make happen. These are literally the first glances I'm getting at the car. We're gonna have a wonderful adventure going through this, getting it running, checking that it moves, checking for brakes, all those good things. Let's get this thing back out on the road for one more drive. We wanna check fluids, oil, trans fluid, all the good things, pull the air cleaner off. We just wanna give this thing a solid look over as a good starting point, because one of the first things we want to do is this thing has to run for it to move. Let's go ahead and start diving in here. It looks a little dry in there. Pull out our dipstick. Oh yeah, plenty of oil there. That's a good sign. Trans fluid is a little bit dark, but it's there. That's a good sign. We got the jump box on. We're about to turn the key for the first time. Let's see if it's got power first, and then let's crank it and see if it'll turn over on its own. Key on. We got lights in here. That's a really good sign. All right, you guys ready? Look at that. Cranks over. Wonderful. So that's telling me that this gas tank is pretty much dry. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some fresh gas. Let's throw it in here. Can of starting fluid. Gonna open up the carb. Spray a little bit in there. Let's hit the key, see what happens. Look at that, that was instant.
All right, guys, I just made it back to the shop, and Adam has been working on the Camaro for, I don't know, a couple days now, and he has a surprise for me. He hasn't told me exactly what has happened yet. So does this thing run?
It runs. Just to give you a little rundown on everything that I've done so far. It cranked over, so we had power. Fuel tank was empty. I went and added some gas. Still wasn't getting fuel up to the carburetor, so I actually had to remove the fuel line off the pump and blow air through the line to kind of clean out a potential blockage in the fuel line. Once I did that, fired up and ran on its own. Next thing is the pedal went completely to the floor. So I went through and bled the brakes all the way around. We were lucky enough not to have a blown line. We have a full pedal now, which is awesome. All 4 brakes are working. And the last thing I needed to do was it only went forward, didn't go in reverse. So I topped off the trans fluid and that fixed it. And I've actually taken it for a little spin around the parking lot.
Wow. That is like best case scenario for a car that you drag out of barns. That never happens. It never works out that nicely. That will be awesome that we can show Shane and his mother his late father's car running and driving again. I really want to hear this thing start up, and maybe you can take me for a spin.
Yeah, let's do it.
Runs pretty strong. Bye, have a beautiful time. All right, guys, we made it back with the Camaro safe and sound, but real quick, the last thing I'm gonna say about the giveaway is that after the giveaway concludes, all of your entries are not going to go to waste. They're actually gonna be turned into loyalty points so that you guys can get money off or free products from our site. We just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support and make sure that your entries don't go to waste and they turn into points that you're able to use same as cash and get free products. Now it's time to talk about the Camaro, which I really actually like this Camaro. The other one that we did, I think, was a little bit newer. It might have been the 79. This is the second Camaro that we featured on the channel that's a second gen. But the other one that we had done was one that had the polyurethane bumpers. Really did not like the way that it looks. So the fact that this has a chrome bumper, as well as this cool two-tone paint job, I think it looks more aggressive and a lot cooler than the other one that we did.
Just as RJ said, I think that these Gen 2s are kind of underappreciated, especially the metal bumper cars. They have this look to them that I just think is just rad. It looks like a cool late 70s, early 80s muscle car, and I just love the wing on the back as well, the livery on the car. And with that said, this is all the kind of things that the last car that we did didn't have, as well as the back end of this car is completely different. The tail lights are different on this car, and I kind of like the way that this car looks a little bit more. These tail lights with the chrome around them has just a totally different look to them, and I think it's better.
It is absolutely better. Another thing that I noticed that's actually not original equipment manufactured on the car is these sweet key scratch protectors. I think you can buy these at AutoZone. Kind of cheap, kind of corny.
I don't think so. I think that these are old school. I think these were from like the dealership. You could just add it onto the car type of thing. Not from Chevrolet, but from the dealer. If you know, let us know. Are these just some chintzy thing you get at AutoZone, or is this something that you get at a dealership?
So you think the dealership makes this and sells this, or Chevy makes this and sells this to the dealerships and then they sell it?
Like that, just like any kind of added little package, you know, little tidbits. Just like you go to Chevy today and you get extra little bits in the dealerships. Same thing. That's what I think, at least. I could be totally wrong, but I think so.
Before we get started on the wash, we're going to go ahead and vacuum up all the debris that's on the cowl over there.
Now that Adam's got the RS up and running, we gotta make this thing look good. So we're gonna start with our wheel package and get these wheels looking proper. And what's interesting and pretty cool about these wheels is actually a two-piece design. So both of these come out. There's one. Oh, got them off.
Now we're going to start the pre-wash, and you're going to notice us using WD Auto Supply pre-wash on the beginning of the pressure washing. But after we got through the hood and we started seeing the pre-wash going over the side of the car, we realized that this was actually some sort of backyard paint job, and our pre-wash was starting to stain the single stage paint that was on the sides. Now our pre-wash is safe for your cars at home if you guys have clear coat, but it's not recommended to use when there's single stage paint. So after the first panel that we saw it on, we stopped using it, and RJ was able to fix it later with polishing.
Now it's time to clean the engine on this Camaro, and this Camaro initially came with a 305 5.0 liter V8 motor, and it was swapped out with a 350 cubic inch 5.7 motor. And I believe that the owner did that because the 350 is a sportier engine that makes more power and has way more aftermarket support, so it probably made this car a lot more fun to drive. But we are going to clean it today using our citrus degreaser, and we are going to pull this air box off to first clean out the carburetor. Although actually Adam's already been in here, so it should already be clean. But we're gonna go ahead and cover that with a bag so no water gets inside, and degrease the whole entire engine, try and brighten it up and make this engine bay look better. All right, now it's time to clay the vehicle, and for our lubricant, we use our iron kryptonite, which helps remove iron out of your vehicle's clear coat, or in this case, single stage paint. When you drive your vehicle down the road, you pick up microscopic pieces of iron from other people's brakes or rotors, and they get lodged in your paint, and then it rusts, and then you see little orange dots. But if you actually look at this paint, you see a bunch of white dots all over. So my first impression is that this is overspray that got over the whole entire vehicle. But what I was told by Shane, the owner, it was actually painted this way on purpose. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if they were the ones that had painted it, but I think that's what maybe they were told. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try and clay off any of these white dots and see if they can be removed. I don't think so though, but we're not gonna know until we try. Brent, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nice does our iron remover smell?
10.
You heard it here first, folks. It does actually smell very good. It smells like cinnamon. And it doesn't smell like fart, like they usually smell like. These white dots are not budging at all. Maybe it is a part of the paint. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and clay down the whole entire car, and then we'll rinse all the iron away, and then we'll get started on the interior.
Moving on to the interior of this Gen 2 Camaro, and I gotta say, I'm usually a sucker for cars from the 80s, but I think they did a much better job here in the late 70s. It's not as boxy, it's more rounded off. I think the visibility in here is actually quite a bit better than the newer car as well. And also, this thing luckily was before the 80s when they limited you to an 85-mile-an-hour speedo. This one goes up to 130. In here, we have a pretty much stock interior besides these aftermarket gauges, which I don't have high hopes that these work, but maybe they do. And also we have probably my favorite thing I've ever found in a car, a karaoke machine. So we're definitely gonna have to see if this guy works. But also I think that they did a really good job. The exterior coloring scheme on this car with these seats, I think once cleaned up, it's gonna look really, really good. This car is pretty gross. There was some rodents in here, but I do still have high hopes that this interior is gonna come back pretty nice. As you can see on that door panel, we have a lot of mold buildup. Not super, super heavy, it's really light, but I think all of that's gonna come out really, really nice. Without further ado, I gotta get these seats out of here and get started on the floor.
All right, guys, we have some bad news on the Camaro, or at least for the Camaro's carpet. It, as Mike would say, has seen better days. And Mike's having trouble vacuuming it. And if we're having trouble vacuuming it, that means that there's no amount of drill brushing that we can do on it at all, as well as any kind of carpet extraction. And we try and save carpet every single time we work on these old classic cars, but in this case, it just makes sense to rip out the carpet. Because again, how do you even go about extracting something like that? So we're gonna go ahead and pull off the trim pieces and cut around some of the seat belts and remove this carpet. That way we can give this car the best chance at a fresh start with brand new carpet, because we're gonna have to put the seats back in anyways. And to put the seats back in over carpet that looks like this, just for them to come out again, doesn't make sense. So yeah, time to rip it out.
Yeah, I could have vacuumed that. And that. And that.
And now we're gonna use the best interior cleaner on the market. But no, really, what's really cool about these videos is that you guys get to see us using the products on these dirty cars. And it's springtime right now, so if any of you are debating whether you should clean your cars or not, right now is the perfect time to buy something on our website because you get those entries into the truck, and you can finally clean your car to take your wife on a date because she's probably been begging you to. Now, while we clean up the rest of the interior and before we move on to the seats, I want to ask you guys, if we were to add any products to our product line and make them available to you, what would you like to be able to get? Leave a comment below. And now we're going to finish up the detail. We're going to put some tire shine on those tires and see how Shane and his mom react.
All right, guys, so we are back with the Manels. This is Shane and his mother, Miss Manel, and we are very excited to show them the Camaro. What's your guys' expectation of it? Do you have one?
I'm prepared to be surprised.
I hope so.
I'm very surprised.
I hope surprised and happy. That's the goal.
Yeah,
Cool. Well,
happy.
yeah.
I'm very excited.
Who's the last person to drive this?
Probably me.
No?
No? Dad did?
Dad.
All right.
Oh, really?
It was my dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a heart attack right after he drove it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he spun the tires on some back road over there and
Went off the
went
road.
off the road. And then a guy in a tractor just saw it happen, pulled him out, and then brought him back here. He drove it back here. The car was fine. And he was walking from here to the house and he had a heart attack. After that, he was getting a little better and he drove her car and he was into another bad accident in 2013 on April Fool's Day. I thought it was a joke.
Oh my goodness.
But he wrecked the whole left side of his body.
Jeez.
He couldn't drive after that at all. He couldn't walk.
Wow. I can't lie. That's a very sad story. But hopefully we can bring some levity and make you guys smile today.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take up too much time yammering. Let's go get the car. All right.
I just started.
Oh my God.
I just got goosebumps.
Wow.
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 I can't believe you got it started.
Not bad, huh?
Holy cow.
Not bad, huh?
Nice.
Dude, let me shake your hand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had our mechanic Adam go over the whole entire car. He got the brakes working. He got it to go in reverse, and obviously got it started. Had to change the distributor cap and add some fluids, but yeah, she runs and drives now.
Holy cow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, you're so welcome.
You made that shine.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it shines.
Very interesting paint job.
Yeah.
Over the whole entire car, to be honest. But I did my best to bring it back to life as best I could.
You guys did great.
Oh, thank you.
Those,
Look at this
those are the
upholstery,
tires
too.
that were on it?
Yeah, we didn't change them. We just cleaned them.
Wow.
Cleaned them and shined them. Yeah, it's amazing what a little elbow grease can do.
No doubt.
He actually drained all the gas and drained most of the fluids. He took care of this car.
He did what he could do.
Yeah, and I really admire. I really admire that. You know, he's a man that clearly cared about his cars and
Appreciated his cars.
yeah, and his family too. I'm sure.
Yeah, he did.
Your first time starting it in how many years?
12 years.
It's a long time.
Holy, pardon my French.
Does it bring back a lot of memories?
Lots of memories. This is, wow. Wow. We used to just tool around this block because, I mean, our blocks out here are miles, you know? Just go for a nice little drive when it was nice out. This is a perfect day for it. Man. I can't believe I'm driving this right now. Wow. That was amazing.
How was the drive?
That was amazing, sir.
Yeah?
That was amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's-
That's like, oh, my heart can't take it.
That's awesome. That's why we do what we do. It's for moments like that, you
I appreciate this moment
Yes,
very
sir.
much so.
Absolutely. We're very privileged to be a part of it.
Thanks, man. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Man. Fist
Sorry.
bump that
I
one.
went to go
You're
cup the
good.
fist.
You're good.
Yeah, thank you, Shane. Seriously, this was awesome. All right, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. I hope that I did your dad proud. I hope you did your
Very
husband proud.
much,
Oh,
very
you-
much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Like I said, this is we love what we do so much. We get to make memories. I can't believe this is my job. And
No doubt.
like I said, I thank you guys for the opportunity.
Appreciate
Really
it.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys are very welcome. Thank you. And thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. And this is the last time that I'm going to mention our giveaway. It ends in 4 days from the time that this video launches. So it's your best opportunity to win the truck. We have the biggest multiplier on the site. Go and buy some detailing products or merchandise and try your luck at winning that C10 Apache. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.